Hello, my friends. Thank you for joining my channel today. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. Y'all, I really feel like I haven't posted in like 2 weeks, but it's only been 4 days. But I really feel like, oh my God, I haven't posted anything. And I have a backlog of videos because I need to edit them and post them. So I'm going to try to get 2 up tonight. But this video is kind of a after Thanksgiving. We're getting back to normal, cooking dinner, and I'm not going to cook dinner on this video, but you know, life's getting back to normal. We're done with Thanksgiving leftovers. Can I just ask you, how many days do you eat Thanksgiving leftovers? Like, are you excited about eating the leftovers, or do you feel like you need to eat them because you cooked too much? Mine is a little bit of both, and my max is 3 days. I don't eat dairy, and so whenever I have that much dairy, there's a max that I can eat before it becomes an issue, and 3 days turns out is the max. So today we are going to try to de-Thanksgiving the house, and I've already put up a couple Christmas trees by this point, and the lights on one of the trees aren't working. I need to get a new tree after this year, and I thought I could eke out one more year with it, and I put lights on it, and some of those lights are out. So in this video, I'm gonna fix the lights, and we'll just kind of tidy up the house everywhere and get it looking good and peaceful. Now, my husband installed these barn doors, and I love them so much. My one door on that right side, it's been off forever. Whenever my youngest son was really little, he would just hang on them because he wanted snacks. That was the snacker. So it has been years since I've had a door on that right side. The left side had the old-timey door, and it was like a yellowish color, and then all our other doors in here needed to be painted. So he was able to get all that done before Thanksgiving, and it has made such a difference in the way that this space looks. It feels more finished. I don't feel like I really have to declutter that cabinet anymore, because I just kept looking at the clutter. You know what I mean? So I'm going to get rid of some of these Thanksgiving leftovers. There was some pies sitting out, and we will just get started. But yeah, guys, thank you for coming and being with me today and spending some time with me. I appreciate it. Let's get some cleaning motivation. My husband and I went to my favorite home decor store here in Winston. It's called Fiddle and Fig. And I got this flocked tree and those 2 reindeer and a new candle that smells like a Christmas tree. So I was able to switch that out. I don't know if you remember, but for Thanksgiving I had a big flower arrangement. It was fake flowers, but a flower arrangement and a lot of pumpkins and a candle that was fall smelling. And I loved it, but it's time to say goodbye to fall, and I love Christmas most of all. So I got that switched out, and here is the state of this living room. It is atrocious. We're going to start by taking all these pumpkins down from my pumpkin mantle. I really like the way the pumpkin mantle turned out this year too. It's full of pumpkins, and I think it looks so nice and cozy. So we're going to get that down, and we're not going to redecorate today. We're just going to de-pumpkin the house. This room we have really hung out a lot in lately. We did a Home Alone night with the kids in here where we watched Home Alone and had pizza. And we've played video games in here. You can see my husband had his walking pad out while they were watching a show. So this room has really been used a lot this week, and it shows because we didn't clean up. So that's what I'm going to tackle. And as you can see, I did put my tree up in here already. And first of all, when I did it, I filmed it, but I just had shoved all the Christmas ornaments in their place. And then we ordered, that would have been fine with me, but he wanted to order the hooks for the ornaments to hook them on the tree. And I will say it looks a lot better. So, I don't know. I like it a lot. I like this tree a lot, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I say the top one out. We've got pumpkin pictures. We got glass pumpkins, pillow pumpkins, metal pumpkins, wooden pumpkins. Any type of a pumpkin is in this room right now. When do you guys decorate for Christmas? Do you decorate before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving? I wanted to have one tree up before Thanksgiving, but we just didn't get to it. We had too much going on. So I'm pretty sure either Thanksgiving night or the next day, I went ahead and we put the tree up. Other than the kitchen and our bedroom, we use this room the most. And we love to do a fire in the fireplace. I found that fire screen at Goodwill for $10, and we needed it so bad because we were having to put towels down on that rug because I don't know what it is, embers. When the wood pops and then it sprays out a flaming little tiny burning thing, and it'll burn on the rug. So I'm hoping that this will do the trick and keep that from happening. I'm going to go ahead and put my West Elm big fur blanket over the back of this couch, and I'm going to turn this couch. This is a chair and a half, and we don't typically have it facing the TV, but when we all watched the movie, we needed that seating for one of the kids to sit on. So I got that put back in the right spot, and it looks cute the way it is. Are you guys big Christmas decorators? Do you love to decorate for Christmas? Do you decorate a little bit? Do you decorate not at all? We haven't done a whole lot up to this year, and I think this year we're really kind of getting into it. And we are going on a big trip, so we won't be here to enjoy it for about a week, but our dog sitter will, and that counts, right? So do you guys like to do colored lights or white lights? I'm a total white light person. I like to see other people's colored lights in the neighborhood, but I like white lights. I like it calm. And I don't know if I'm going to do a lot on this mantle this year. I do have some green, what is that called? Drapey thing. Garland. I had some garland from Amazon that I'm going to put some Christmas lights on, and then I'll kind of see what else I want to put up there. But my blue room is just full of all the fall stuff. And I don't think I want to get any more Christmas stuff out till I get all the fall stuff put up. I'm just going to slide this walking pad over in this other corner so we don't see it as much. And I'm going to go ahead and plug the extension cord in so that when he decides to use it again, he won't have to worry about the extension cord, and it'll be kind of out of sight for me because I'm not crazy about it being in the middle of the floor. All this furniture right here is from Ashley's, and we love it. It's held up really well. It's very comfortable, very deep seats. He's 6'5", so we need a big couch with big deep seats so that he is comfortable on them, and they're very, very comfortable. I needed to do a quick vacuum in here because, you know, when you put your Christmas tree up, glitter, sticks, little plastic things, some flocking. I don't think that this tree is flocked a whole lot, but it does have a little bit of white on some of the branches. But it doesn't matter. Like, there's not even glittery ornaments on this tree, but somehow there's glitter on the floor. I don't know what happens up in the attic. They must have glitter parties, all the decorations, you know. So inevitably, when you put your tree up, you're going to have to vacuum. Just get over it. This vacuum does not do very well on the carpet. And in fact, I think it might be time for a new one of these. This is just a run-of-the-mill $100 one from Amazon that I've had a couple of years. And it keeps getting clogged. So I don't know what I have sucked up in this thing. But when it clogs, it runs the battery out really quickly. And it'll, like, you can tell something's in there because it kind of sounds like it's crying. And then it just cuts off. So I need to work on that vacuum, but I was able to vacuum up at least a little bit in here. I was so annoyed when I saw that the top of this tree had gone out, and I didn't want to go buy new lights, but I remembered that the fall garland I put up over my sink had Christmas lights in it. So I took off about 10 of the ornaments at the top of the tree. I didn't even take the tree topper down, and I just clicked it into the lights that were already there and wrapped it around the top of the tree, and it looks really good, and it didn't really even take me that long. So I was debating, should I just take them all off and get a new tree, or what should I do? And I'm glad I did it this way because it was very easy. Now, if more go out, I'm definitely just gonna shut it down because I want to enjoy the tree. So I'm just gonna, if more lights go out on this tree, I'm gonna get a new tree. But hopefully they won't. We can just, take it down once and for all and get a new tree next year. Or maybe, yeah, probably next year. Or I don't know. If there's a really good sale on Christmas trees at the end of the season, I'll get some. Do y'all know, is the better time to get a tree at the end of Christmas season or like Black Friday the next year? I did get some new ornaments this year. I got some, their velvets. They're the like light blue ones on there, and they match that pillow that's on the bottom right of the screen. They match that pillow almost perfectly, and they're from Amazon, and I got a huge bunch of them for not much money. And I put some on this tree and then some in my bedroom, and they look so good. So this tree is white gold. The ornaments are white gold, I have some navy blue. I have some matte navy blue. I have some wood toned ones and some like clip on little white furry animals, some pine cones, and then the pretty new dusty blue ones. And I love this tree. I think it's one of the prettiest ones I've done, and I like how it came together at the end, especially like once I got the new lights on and the new ornaments. It just really looks good, and it kind of blends well with the existing living room decorations. And now we don't have any personal ornaments on this tree. So what I would like to do maybe next year is start getting the kids an ornament every year for Christmas, which we would start this year. And then next year we'll do like a kids tree maybe in the sunroom, and that will be like all of our personal things and ornaments. And like every time we go on a trip, we get an ornament, and that goes on that tree. But I do like a formal tree. Are you guys like that too? Or do you have one tree and it's all your personal things? And I think that's amazing. I think it's beautiful. That's how my parents tree is and always has been. We only ever had one tree, and I still remember the ornaments, and they're all still on my parents' tree at home. So it's a very comforting Christmas tree, and I think that's what I would like to have. But I want it in addition to my frou pretty tree that I do all by myself. You know what I mean? Like I've always been like that. I've always had one tree that I really want to like perfectly plan and place and fiddle with as I walk by it. And then, but I would really also like to start a more personal tree as a family. I was so happy with how this turned out, and I was happy with how clean I got the living room, and the kitchen was looking really good, and I got the dining room table wiped off, and it looked really good too. I went back into the kitchen and got everything cleaned up out of here, put trash in the trash bag. I put the pumpkin stuff where it needed to go into the attic. Now, I do not put my pumpkin candles in the attic. Now, they stay downstairs because if I put candles in the attic, they're going to melt over the summer. I learned that the hard way, and I just don't do it anymore. But I mean, I these little pumpkins right here sitting on the kitchen counter, I don't want them to melt. I don't even light them, so they are something that I use over and over. So I just store them down in the china cabinet. my daughter was down here and she put her iPad on the kitchen counter and it was just stuff all over it. And she was like, why is there stuff on the kitchen counter again? And I'm like, that's just how it goes. I'm like, you tell me, you know? I didn't get stuff all over the kitchen counter. And she was like, it must drive you nuts to have to try to keep the house clean. And I was like, yeah, it does. It does. You know, everybody is not very mindful when they pour their water or they make their food or whatever, but it's life. And she was like, it would drive me crazy. And I'm like, well, you just kind of make peace with it. It's not going to be perfect. And just, you know, deal with it the best you can. So that was kind of nice for her to realize that it is an uphill battle, like threading beads onto a string with no knot at the end. My favorite chore, or one of my favorite chores, is washing off the kitchen counter because that's the last thing I do in the kitchen most of the time. And I love it. And I know that I'm almost done cleaning this kitchen whenever I get that wiped off. It felt so good to get the dining room table, all the Thanksgiving stuff off the dining room table and get it wiped down and get the Thanksgiving stuff out of the kitchen. I still do need to carry it up to the attic, but I was very happy with how the house was looking at this point, and I am going to go ahead and show you guys kind of the finished finished product for today's video. And I'm gonna have to start dinner. We're gonna have steak, but here's how it looks. It looks so good and cozy. It makes me want to sit in there and watch TV and have a fire. But please know that for every room that looks like this, everything's put together in here. Everything's decorated perfectly. In every room that looks like this in my house, for each one of these rooms, there's a room that looks like this. Y'all have a good night.